Hmm. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you feeling, Cece? Yes, I love Cece. You are the bomb.com girl. You don't even know. You don't even know that you the bomb.com, okay? So much to get into. So much to get into. Look at my baby. Ain't she fly? Trendsetter. She is so fly. She get it from my mama. She been doing a bunch of stuff with her friends. Yes. So proud of her. Yeah, that's my baby, y'all. She fly. Mm-hmm. She fly. Both of my babies are fly. Go follow her, Sanaya Brion. She's on TikTok too. She's got like 400,000 followers on TikTok, but she the bomb. My little fashionista. My little fashionista going viral. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Please get these likes up. You thought it was Scissor? Nah, that's my baby, yo. She fly. She is fly. I raised some beautiful girls. You know what else I raised them to be? Number one and not second best ever. Never ever do you play second best to no woman. And any man that tries to make you second best ain't ish. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs up the video, baby. Okay? I ain't saying, look, we ain't perfect, baby. Okay? We've had our trials and tribulations and things like that. But mhm, for the most part, they some good girls, okay? Hey y'all, hey, please like the video, like the video. And share this live out. Those are the free ways to support the channel and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. We are growing over here. We're on our path to 5K subs. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, because you know what? The Knotty crew, we don't play no games. Okay? So much going on. First of all, y'all, on Netflix, America's Next Top Model, check it out, child, because I used to love that show. But the Netflix series gives a lot of the behind the scenes and struggles that the girls went through. And Tyra is not taking no accountability for none of it. And let me tell you about Tyra. Tyra looked at it as a business. That's it. That's it. And she put out an image or whatever. But check it out. It's a good series. For those America Next Top Model fans or whatever, they give like the background, how the whole concept came about and things like that. So check that out on Netflix. Let me see what else am I watching. That's about it. I haven't really had time to get into nothing else. Like, it's a lot going on out here in TV land, okay? Also, I call Cap on Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. Them bitches are so fake. Fraud, okay? Wendy Osepa, fraud, okay? Fraud. I predict there's gonna be a conviction here. I predict it's gonna be a conviction here. Feel bad for them kids. Cause your mama wanted to keep up with the Joneses and she drove y'all to broke and jail, okay? Because she want to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, please stop spamming the chat. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Trolls, you are welcome. But like the video and be respectful in my chat. Y'all understand? We clear? Are we clear? Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. I see 16 of y'all watching. Thumbs up the video. Like the video. Okay? So we coming off Valentine's Day weekend, you guys. Okay? hmm And you know, Claressa had to bring us in her world to show us what Pap did for her. And it's just like, girl, go sit down. Go sit down until he divorced. Be quiet until he divorced. And we're about to see why she needs to take this relationship and put it in the background instead of putting it into the foreground. And just talk about her boxing. That's all she needs to talk about. That's all I would care about. I'm not a big fan. I ain't interested in the fight next week. I don't know where it's streaming. None of that. Okay. But we heard more about your relationship than you training for this fight, girl. Child, C C C C. Let me tell y'all, I can't tell, and this is why I call them Remy Ma side bitches, okay? Papoose, Claressa Coleslaw, Sheilds. They are Remy side bitches, okay? Because without Remy, will they be as relevant? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for real, okay? Um, but this is why you shouldn't flaunt your adultery all over the internet streets. And if you don't want us to talk about it, don't post it, shit, on some real. But as long as you post about it, we're going to talk about it. And shout out to Charisma Speaks because she busted up the whole thing. Okay, so let me remind y'all of the Valentine's Day surprise, honey. Okay, which I always already felt like it was very staged. I don't feel like it was a lot of thought put into it. I think it was like a last minute put together thing, like you make a phone call, this and that, or whatever. But it doesn't take much to impress Claressa because she is comfortable being a side bitch. Okay? So it don't take much. Anything Pap do, she gonna be like, giggly eye, like, oh, he did for me. He chose me. He chose me. He chose me. You pick me coleslaw, shields, okay, because that's all it's given or whatever. And you know, he tried to do this whole grandiose a ribbon in the sky gesture, speaking in third person. It was fake. He does. It can't nobody convince me that he's not still in love with his wife. And this last thing proves it. Proves it. She'll always be second best. She'll always be second best. Okay? Let me see. Can I mute it? And she talk about why would I play second best when I'm number one in everything, girl? Then why don't you get your own man? Why don't you get your own man? Look at her showing off another Van Cleef. Your man can't even afford that, girl. Your man cannot afford Van Cleef with his debt, with him owing his wife. Remy said, "Can I have my jewelry back? Can I have my jewelry back? Okay, so this was supposed to be the grand gesture. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Pap looked tired, child. Pap looked worn out. Pap looked emotionally deprived. Pap looked like, here we go again. I know she gonna post it. Right, see? Oh, Remy, and he owed the IRS, okay? He cannot afford Van Cleef or Louis Vuitton luggage, which I think was fake. Or she bought it, like whatever. So shout out to for Charisma Speaks for posting this. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please get the likes up. Oops. Get the likes up on the video because Charisma Speaks, she been on her tail and flaunting this relationship from the very beginning. And Claressa hasn't even responded to her, okay? Because that's how thirsty she is. Y'all think she bought it? Y'all think she bought it? Or did Papoose re-gift his wife's jewelry to Claressa? Girl, look. Now, y'all tell me, if y'all was the new, because I can't tell who more attracted to Remy, Papoose or Claressa. I can't tell if Papoose is trying to make Claressa his wife. Are we? Claressa, girl, this does not look good. It does not look good. Mm-mm. It does not look good. He make you look dumb. He make you look dumb. He is. I'm sorry. Don't give me what you used to buy your wife. But to me, and I say this all the time, Papoose will never respect her because she was okay being a side chick. She was okay creeping with him and think he will never respect her. And you can't tell me you're okay with being a side chick. You can't tell me.
Said no one ever about me. Don't act stuck up. Are you dumb? Said no one. Said no one ever.
It seems to me that Papoose is trying to make Claressa into another Remy. One second. She looked dumb. She looked dumb. Remy is a 101, baby. Ain't no duplicating that. But at the end of the day, like Claressa, you supposed to be the GWOAT. You supposed to be the greatest woman of all time, which she gave herself that title, not us, because it came out yesterday. The boxing, um, I forget what it is, but they said she not number one. So it's just like Let me see if I can find it. Girl, it's giving low self esteem. It's giving you don't value yourself at all. Child, you couldn't give me another woman's jewelry or the same idea. Like, there's nothing original about that. Like, it's crazy. But look, she is not the growth the way she's saying claiming.
Do 25 leg raises a day, your core will get nice and toned. If you do 25 leg kicks a day, your butt and your hamstrings are going to get tight. Here we go again. She doesn't miss. Claressa Shields pulls out the self-victimhood race card because Ring Magazine did not choose her to be the number one pound for pound woman in the sport of boxing, yet number second behind Katie Taylor. And rightfully so. Shields responded, I think some people have made it their business to make me out as this bad person. I could say 100 good things in an interview, and one bad thing, they highlight the one bad thing. I've been doing that my entire career. I guess it comes with the territory, but I feel like I've been 100% targeted just because I'm not only a black woman, but a successful, accomplished black woman. Stop it, Clarissa Shields. Stop it. Katie Taylor and yourself is highly accomplished. But don't forget that Katie Taylor paved the way for a lot of women in the sport of boxing, including you, Clarissa Shields. When you see those gold medals, oh yeah, thank Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor, let's not forget, that was disguising herself as a boy just so she could get a chance to box because women boxing was banned in her country. Let's also not forget that when you was 10, 11, 12 years old, it was Katie Taylor that was competing in the 2007, 2009 showcases for committee to actually approve women boxing in the Olympics. 2012, you know this, Clarissa Shields, is the first year they let women boxing in the Olympics, thanks to Katie Taylor. Clarissa Shields, look, you're good. You're great. You're one of the greatest. One of the greatest that ever laced them up. Arguably the greatest that ever laced them up. But yo, the woman you've been fighting lately is not up to par. You in a division that is not even ranked. Ring Magazine don't even rank the heavyweight division. Hey yo, look at your last couple of opponents. No disrespect to Lady Daniels. She's a registered nurse. Before that Perkins, she's like 40 years old, only had 5 fights. Come on, Clarissa Shields, you ain't fighting. No disrespect. You ain't fighting nobody to the caliber of what Katie Taylor has been fighting her whole career. She did fight and stepped up to the junior welterweight division to fight Chantel Cameron twice to become two-division undisputed world champion. She did fight Amanda Serrano that was regarded also arguably the greatest woman of all time, the seven-division world champion featherweight undisputed. Let's not forget. She fought Personal to the world. She fought Natasha Jones to the world. Amateur pedigree and champion 154-pound division. Stop it, Clarissa Shields. You ain't fighting nobody in the caliber of Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor has every right to be number one, and the only one that's crying out, that having this outcry about, is you. You never give credit where credit is due. You give backhanded compliments. You know what I'm saying? Katie Taylor never said nothing bad about you, never devalue, disrespect you because you've been chosen number one at certain years. Why you just can't keep it cool? Hey, yo, Clarissa Shields, don't be acting like you really separating yourself from these other elite women fighters. Come on. Clarissa, you be the type that be like you could beat men. In almost a decade, you only had one knockout. Come on, man. Come on, man. One knockout. Hey, yo, that fight versus French Couture, you better get a knockout.
So his commentary proves that what I've been saying all along. The reason why she has to come out here and constantly like gloat on herself and give all these compliments about herself is really because her self-esteem is really low. She really has a poor point of view of herself. She does not believe any of those things and it exudes, and that's why she has to disrespect and downplay everyone else to make herself feel better. Well, you're gonna find out you're not gonna have any gain from that. People are just not going to like you. Like I said, it's her character that is in question. That's what's going on. It's her character that's in question. The fact that she is willing to prance around in public with a married man, and I said this yesterday, I blame Papoose because he's the one that's married. He needs to go handle his business. He really looks weak out here. And a lot of things that Remy put out here is coming true. He is using Clarissa. I don't think he's really in love with him. I think he has love for her, but I really, really think he views this as a situationship. I really think he views her as a friend, like he's been saying. Okay, he never can say I'm in love um or Clarissa is the love of my life and this and that. No, he speaks weird about her. He speaks weird about her. He's a user, and I think that is becoming more and more prevalent. And I take you back to, let me see if I can find the clip when Remy said, I did not want anything. Okay. She said, but I would like my jewelry back. And it makes me feel that's what makes me wonder if he really bought her those bracelets or if he regifted. See, Pap thought
Because I knew what was up when I got locked up. I knew it after 8 years. That's why nobody could believe it. Because I'm not gonna be with somebody because they take care of me. I'm not because they can take care of me or because they have money or because they have fame. I'm going to be with the person that is good to me, that opens my door, that sees that I'm stressed out and going through something and goes and buys me a little bracelet that says, "You got this," engraved in it. Like what? But you cheated. But you cheated. Why? Because that's what the internet told y'all. Hmm? Hmm? Because I didn't come. I didn't have to come on and tell you when me and my husband stopped sleeping in the same bed. Pretty because I knew what was up when I got locked up. I knew it after 8 years because they told me, come on. That's why nobody can believe it. Because I'm not gonna be with somebody because they take care of me. I'm not gonna because they can take care of me or because they. I don't have to come on here and say I'm not drunk. Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm not drunk. I'm not nothing. I just don't like what's going on. I literally watched 3 platforms come across. Man, when my mom is calling me like, yo, you know, they saying you're in a coma. I said, mommy, I'm not in a coma. I'm not in a coma. I'm not sick. The Millies, that's because that's who he is. The white boy that should say he's a popular known rapper. We were at the Boston game, sitting next to each other. That's not my boyfriend. Cool as shit, man. Cool. That's not my boyfriend. Yeah, I know who I be with. Like, stop playing. Like, stop. I don't. I do not like the narrative. And in 2025, I'm not sitting in the back, and allowing people to keep spinning these narratives and making it seem like they cool. I don't have to come on here and say I'm not to them. One of them has me blocked, and the other one. And when I woke up one day and got tired of taking care of people and protecting them and maintaining their image, that's when everybody was mad. That's when everybody was pissed off. That's when I didn't want a manager anymore. When I didn't want somebody taking 20% out of my check and I still pay all the bills anymore. When I when I decided that I didn't like being guilt tripped, oh, I was there when nobody else was there. That's the type of people that gets preyed on to them. One of them had, hold on, Miss Jackson 780. I'm not butthurt. I'm the one that said, hey, please, please, why are we doing this? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, y'all believed me when I said, this is the most amazing person ever in the whole world. That's why y'all think that, because y'all didn't see it. I'm lying. I'm lying. I did stupid shit like, hey, look at my new truck. It's a push gift. I bought that. So I did do some shit to put the sauce on it, but that's what you're supposed to do when you love somebody and you're in a relationship. You make them seem like they're bigger than what they are. You understand? You understand? But when that is then becomes an entitlement, and people start saying like, "Well, I was there when nobody else was there." Yeah and no. Hold on, Miss Jackson 780.
Yeah and no. Shout out to Remy Ma, and that is to Don. I don't know, but yeah, you better listen to the wife, Claressa.
There should be no ill feelings at all. Especially in my advice. My advice was like, hey, if you move on with somebody and that person wants to be with you and y'all planning a family together and all that, you can't come, you can't come and talk crazy to me. How? Your future kid possibly is going to be related to my kid. What you don't stop. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, Claressa, you look dumb.
The same man. I was with that same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm gonna shit and make me feel some type of way. Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny. Watch me like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When she was cool, when she was like, when it was what I thought it was, I just kept it a being. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treats you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody. Nobody. Oh, people, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, shit, man. Don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. The fuck? The fuck? I literally told him every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. I'm
As you
drag you.
should.
And I
As
haven't
you
even been
should.
dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Ram haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see. They'll see. I see one. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Well, why she out at me? Well, why she out at me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image of what people think. With the same man, I was with that same man.
Clarissa, you better pay attention to the wife. Papoose is a fraud.
Married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife. Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to pay for it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need anything. Stop. Married in 2000. Care who brought up what? It's nothing for you to be like, no, I don't want to talk about that. It's nothing to be like, before you even start, like, yeah, we not touching on that. Let's talk about what I have coming up, if that's really the case. Care who brought up what? It, when somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, there is no secrets. It's just, hey, this is what it is. And do you accept or do you not accept? It's
That's lies. He feeding you lies, girl.
clear. Nobody's scared of nobody. All of that tough talk, nobody, all that tells me that I'm coming at you way different than I come at anybody else. Like, no, there should be no ill feelings at all. Especially in my advice was like, hey, if you move on with somebody and that person wants to be with you or y'all planning a family together and all that, you can't come, you can't come and talk crazy to me. How? Your future kid possibly is going to be related to my kid. What you
Hmm.
do? I just don't understand why when every time somebody has something to promote, talk about that. Talk about whatever your endeavor is that you have coming up. It's so easy. It is so the same publicist that y'all use to push stories out. That's the same publicist that before you walk into the room, you say, "Hey, anything about Ram? Anything about this? I want to talk about that." That's it. It never happened. So when people are like, "Oh, they asked," you can say, "Don't talk about it," because I would do that if I didn't care. I'm like, "I don't care what y'all ask me. I say what I want to say." I've been in on that before, but when you really don't care, you really not like, you think people need to try to ask me stuff? And I'm like, what? You understand? I just don't understand why when
Why talk about her? Because they need her.
let's be very, very clear. Very clear. I am not holding nobody. Listen, I am not holding anybody. I'm not that girl. I'm not the girl that's gonna hang on to somebody that doesn't want to be held on to. I'm not the girl that's gonna wait while you trying to finish whatever you doing. That ain't me. It's that would never be me. I'm out. I'm out. I have told. I've told Papoose. I told him. Why don't you tell this? Why don't you tell your current come up? That's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing about you until shit is what it is. I'm in here on my TVs. You know, me and my daughter, we have the same name. She looks at everything. I'm in here putting certain things in so that when she's scrolling through YouTube, certain things don't come up, and I gotta try to explain to her. Um, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything extra. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to prove to nobody who I'm with or what I'm doing. That's 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 not what I do. That's not what I do. Like nobody shouldn't have any ill will towards me because I ain't do nothing to nobody. Nobody in the whole situation should have any ill will towards me. Nobody. I mean, you're just not, you're punching the air that my air. I've never breathed so freely in my life. Okay, I I couldn't take it anymore. I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We talking about people being truthful. Truthful? The truth, you would probably literally like people will cry if they knew the truth. Like literally cry. Like cry, cry. I look at it now and I feel sorry for old girl. Like I feel sorry for her because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like I would cry. I feel bad. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Hello? Oh, I'll call you back. How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. Between two people. You wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand um hold on, what you saying? Listen, listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, not, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? But I don't care what people think. Can't nobody with a revolving door on a coochie tell me I'm for the streets. I've been with the same man. I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm for the street and make me feel some type of way. Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny. Watch me like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When she was cool, when she was like, when I thought it, when it was, when I thought it was, I kept it a bean. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female
No
who
worries.
has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treats you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody. Nobody. Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. The fuck? The fuck? I literally told him every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever gets you, they'll see. They'll see. I see what it is. She's like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework.
Do your own homework.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Well, why she out at me? Well, why she out at me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image of what people think. I needed that. That's like, but that take
Point pose. Point pose.
when he realized that a regular nigga that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes 50,000 per battle, has about 5, 6 battles a year, so he makes at least a quarter million a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life. Like the richest people that I've been around. But anyway, unlike some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have a fucking lien on it because they don't pay any taxes. Um, he couldn't believe, he couldn't fathom him. So I said, he was saying, "Wow, Hitman, wow, goods." What fucking lying? Fucking lying. You was devastated that a regular nigga that used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap was eight.
The wife has spoken.
It was endless conversations. Like we would be talking inside the vehicle, and at nighttime, the next thing you know, the sun was coming up. It was definitely a friendship. Maybe like around 3 months, things started to escalate, and I got more lucky. Can you just
She looking
I
like
mean,
you lying ass. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hmm. Um, New Jersey confirmation. Good afternoon, Shamelly. Please see the confirmation email below confirming that we have filed the complaint for divorce. When we receive the official docket number from the court, I will forward same to you, and we will be able to serve through official channels. If you need anything for like, why isn't this moving forward though? Shouldn't it be some progress? Please thumbs up the video. This what Clarissa want. You'll never be able to duplicate that.
I mean, not the phone fan. Boom. I bought the house. I paid the taxes on all the houses. I bought all the houses in cash. After I got locked up and I seen how nobody had enough money to take care of my shit when I was gone, I said, moving forward, if I can afford to buy it, I'm gonna just buy it. I'm never getting a mortgage. I'm never doing a lease. I'm never doing that. I bought every house in cash. I paid every insurance on every house. I paid all the taxes on every house. The only thing you have to do is pay the utilities. And most of the time, those had turn off and termination notices because he wasn't paying them. The last one that he couldn't pay, he literally texted me. This is why I don't know why he saying this. Text me. Yo, that came out of my account, $4,000. I said, okay, my bad. I said, well, you owe me 15,000. You borrowed me last month. That's about 25,000. I gave it to you in cash. You gave me back 10. You owe me 15,000. Let's take it out of that. It is what it is. Why could a fucking termination notice like the next one or 2 months later? He never even paid the claim of the charge. He defeated the charge. I have. Yo, this is crazy. Look at this.
Papoose, you got some explaining to do. Shout out to Hip Hop and Chill. Shout out to James. Thank y'all for joining me, child. Papoose, Papoose. Claressa, you better pay attention to the wife, girl. You better pay attention to the wife.
He got me the white one last Christmas, and then got me this one, the black one. Valentines, like the yin to the yang.
Papoose, is that Remy jewelry? Did you regrift your side chick, your wife's jewelry?
Yep.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Shout out to Hip Hop and Chill. Y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. She got some great commentary. She had a good show yesterday where she brought up some old receipts. Okay, Pap texting Claressa because she was begging his ass to stay on the phone with her because she know he at home with his wife. Papoose. Remy said she want her jewelry back. Papoose. Why you giving Remy jewelry to your side chick? That's what I call both of y'all Remy Ma side bitches. Yes. Yes. Because y'all tried to come out here and drop a false narrative and drag Remy for filth out here talking about she cheating and this and that. Point Poos. Your mask is off, broke nigga. I told y'all he could not afford what he did for Claressa. I told y'all he is broke. The man owed the I, the R, the S. And let's not forget, because Remy was just talking about, he owed his wife too. Clarissa. And you calling that a high value man, girl? You need to go back to school. Or you need to go back to school. Welcome, 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 welcome. Now, and I know it's some married women in the chat, women who have been in a relationship. Do you feel like Claressa was duped? I always felt like that whole Valentine's thing was staged anyway. But how would you feel if your high value man brought you the same gift as his wife? Let's just hypothetically put it out there. Okay? Let's just say that he bought it, okay? For for kicks and giggles, child. Hey goddess. Hey everybody, please like the video. Shout out to Charisma Speaks because she went and got the footage and showed that Papoose gifted Claressa coleslaw Sheilds the same gift that he got his wife. Now I'm trying to figure out who can't let go or who's more in love with Remy Ma. One of one. We haven't heard anything else about the divorce. What's his name? Willie Mackey. Let me see. Let me see if I can Google it. Willie Mackey divorce. I just want to see what comes up. Remy been protecting him for a long time, Clarissa. You better. 13 years worth of unpaid taxes. He owes 13 years worth of unpaid taxes, child. And I say the only thing Pap should have been providing is signed divorce papers, finalized. Remy said she'll pay for it. Like everything was in place. Okay? Let me see what this say. Papoose filed for divorce from Remy Ma in May of 2025, citing irreconcilable differences, accusing her of cheating multiple times, leading to a public acrimonious split. The couple, who married in 2008 and have a daughter, have been separated since May of 2022. And see, the fact that they've been separated for since 2022, that should make the divorce move faster. So Papoose posted a legal document on Instagram after public back and forth, alleging he waited to file to protect their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie, and accusing Remy Ma of infidelity. Let me see what I put in for a Remy Ma divorce. Which it may not. The reason why we may not see it is because it's with the lawyers, so it's not public yet. See, Remy Ma has asked Papoose to finalize the paperwork and is moving on. Admin drama involving his new relationship with Claressa Shields. Child, this is just a hot mess. And you know what? If I was Claressa, I'll be like, go handle your business. And Remy, true, Cece. If she's paying for it, what's the holdup? I don't understand. I'm gonna tell you what the holdup might be. He could be trying to get more money out of Remy. They could be trying to figure out and negotiate those debts he accumulated within the marriage. Cause who gonna pay for that? Hey, God is mine. Hey, who gonna pay for that? Who is responsible for those debts or whatever? So it's a lot. It's a lot. And this is why, Clarissa, if you are listening, if this gets around to your feed, this is why people are in such a uproar. It's not a matter of your accolades. It's a matter of you have coined yourself to be the GWOAT, the greatest woman of all time. And people cannot figure out why you would devalue yourself to be with a man that is tied, connected to a whole nother family. And on some real, I show you just a little bit of grace because this is on Papoose. He's the one that's married. He's the one that needs to handle his business. So instead of buying 15 million thousand roses for you and paying for a ribbon in the sky to show his third person love, he should be going to resolve or dissolve his marriage. It don't take this long. He don't have no money. So the only thing I could think of is he's trying to get money out of Remy because in his narcissistic mind, he feels like he's um should be credited for 90% of the rhymes he wrote. That's what I think it's about. And I think it's one last effort to control Remy Ma. Now, Remy Ma has said out here, like, he used to be glued to my NUT sack. Okay? That was part of the problem. And I think that was a control tactic. I felt when they were on Love and Hip Flop New York, he was very controlling of her. I thought he was very controlling of her. And Remy is a Gemini woman, as such myself. We cannot be controlled, but we very loyal. If we being treated right, we are loyal to the bone, honey. Now, I ain't gonna go as far as like portraying my husband something he not to the world. Like, I ain't doing all of that. Like, it is what it is. I'm fortunate enough to be blessed with a marriage where we're evenly yoked. And it took a long time for us to get there. Trust me. It took us a long time. Like, yes, please keep hitting the like button. Please keep hitting the like button. Thank you, Cece. Or whatever. It took us a long time. No marriage is perfect or whatever, and you go through ups and downs and things like that. I think Remy would have kept this private if Clarissa didn't start coming out here publicly trying to drive a false narrative like she gained that man because the relationship was broken. If it was so broken, why Pap is not getting a divorce? Why is he not getting a divorce? If it was so broken. And then what I don't respect is his only defense mechanism after Remy dog walk his ass, like most narcissistic controlling men do. They try to fucking slut shame you. He made up a whole story about her sleeping with a woman. First thing he want to do is slut shame her and make it seem like she couldn't keep her legs closed. But could you keep your peen in your pants? Let's talk about it. So this is why it's confusing to us, Clarissa, the fact that you will want to attach yourself to this mess. And this is why you don't see her getting brand deals. Also, her ego, Clarissa Shields' ego, is overly inflated. I'm all for confidence. I'm all for woman's self-worth and everything. But what you portray, it's not it. It's not it. Yeah, if y'all trolling, please thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. So yeah, lots going on. Okay, everybody is living in sin. Let's call it what it is. Do that in the contacts app. Everybody's living in sin. I think Remy, as bad as the world would love to see Papoose and Remy get it together. And look, we don't know what the future holds for the two of them, but Pap, you being the head of the household, you failed your family, bro. You really failed your family because you weren't providing the way you should, and you were living off of Remy Ma. Right. She has he it's been he's been cheating on Remy. And I don't understand why people are trying to spin the narrative like Remy just stepped out and started being with Easy to block happened. No, it was some build up into that. I'm gonna tell you why was the build up. Now him and Clarissa out their mouth admit that they started DMing each other in 2020, right? In 2020, Remy was trying to get pregnant with Papoose, another child. Um, Remember that was COVID too, and he went on Claudia's show, Fox Soul. How ironic! How ironic that you all know what Clawfoot is known for. Here we go. This is 5 years ago. Fair use, fair use. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use commentary.
Like empires, prices rise and I want to hear about your life. So I want to, how are you holding up with the pandemic? Being y'all are in New York right now, right? Yeah, we are in New York. We're actually in the midst of it all. Yeah. Um, we've been quarantined, since the very beginning, taking very strict precautions and just staying amongst each other. You know what I mean? Being safe, eating healthy, exercising, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Just enjoying, just trying to make the best of it because you know what's going on. You really can't interact with others. So what we've been doing is just using it as quality family time.
And that's good. And anyone that watches you and how you move can tell you're such a good family man. So I wouldn't think that this would be too much of a adjustment for you. But even though you're still an artist, and do you miss being out there and just going to events and just being able? Do you miss outside?
No. I mean, there's certain things that I do miss, like you know, going to the studio, you know, actually performing and things of that nature because I'm passionate about my music. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I love being with my family. You know what I'm saying? I get to spend so much time with my amazing wife and my amazing daughter, and I'm just making the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? And we moving forward. And some good things are actually coming out of this. You know, we're going to have a new child real soon. You know?
Another one.
Yes.
Well,
So yeah.
oh, congratulations.
Yes, yes.
I
So
think
I'm
there's gonna be
feeling real
a lot of quarantine babies are probably gonna be born.
good.
Before we get too far into the show, I definitely want to pay respects. Did you lose a family member to COVID-19?
Yes, yes, I actually did. I actually lost a cousin to COVID-19, and I lost my uncle, not directly to COVID-19, but he had another illness, and you know he needed medical attention. And I don't know if you know, but the hospitals in New York at one time they were so focused on COVID patients that they were neglecting other people who had serious illnesses, and that's literally what happened to him. You know, he was in the emergency room and he went into cardiac arrest. They didn't even attend to him. They just said, "Hey, we found him laid on the floor. We're sorry, he passed away." So you know, no one even paid any attention to him, and he lost his life.
All right, there you have it. That was 5 years ago on Fox Soul. Now, Clarissa and Papoose, they words.
Who's the first person to move that from that friendship to like something more? Um, no, it was Pap, for sure. It was Pap for sure. Cause so we met July 6th at Shakur fight. Okay. Which is crazy.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I met him at. And when we took our first picture, it started going. I seen the blogs then talking about some that we were potentially I was his girlfriend. I was like, no, I don't know this dude. They kind of willed it into existence. Well, I had invited him to come to my fight July 27th. He's already a fan. He has a video where he watched me beat Savannah Marshall and he was cheering for me and stuff like that.
Hold on. Mm-mm. I ain't know. Mm-mm.
And then
You shook her hand and
yeah,
said you
yeah,
were a
yeah,
fan.
yeah. I happened to be walking to my seat, and I
You
was like,
happened to be.
yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say I'm a fan.
Yeah, I see her. And when I went to shake her hand, I
2020.
realized how beautiful she was. I was like,
Oh. And so never to be shy.
and then
You shook her hand and
yeah,
said you
yeah,
were a
yeah,
fan.
yeah. I happened to be walking to my seat, and I
You
was like,
happened to be.
yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say I'm a fan.
While he's a married man, actively married, trying to reproduce with his wife. None of that registered to you, Clarissa? None of that came into factor. Or did you let him pillow talk you, girl? But she feels like she's the chosen one. He was actively married. Right, you be bugging. How you find them is how you lose them. And that's just the bottom line. Naughty crew. I just wanted to come on here to discuss that issue and the fact that he made a fool of her per usual. He's constantly making a fool of her. But she's so in love with the idea and the potential of what he can be to her, she's ignoring the red flags. Okay, and ain't no way I'm a feel away if my mate buys a gift similar to someone else they were with. I'm gonna find it creepy. I'm gonna find it creepy. I'm gonna find it creepy. I really feel like just like that whole Valentine's Day setup, I feel like that it's a fraud. It's a fraud situation, and I feel like Claressa's gonna get really hurt in the end. And she's gonna regret involving herself in this married entanglement. At the end of the day, she needs to stand her ground and let him know he needs to take a few steps back until he handles his business with his wife. He has nothing. He would need to prove that all the marital assets, he paid a portion of it. And I don't think he could. I never ever called her. Look, I'm not here to get on Clarissa looks. She a very beautiful woman, which also makes me very puzzled as to why she can't get her own man. And this is a repeating pattern with her. She did the same thing with her ex Tony, her ex fiance. Remember when her and Pap got together? Pap was still actively married to Remy Ma, and she had a fiance. And her fiance also was with like one of her cousins. So there's a pattern of her getting in entanglements with people who are in other relationships. And it's just like you're trying to exude like all this confidence to the world. And this is what makes me think or call it cap, because why can't you get your own man? Why can't you get your own man? But I'm sure she'll have some type of clap back when Papoose goes out of town again and she's left to wonder what he is doing when he's out of town. Yeah, that's it, CC. We just want her to wake up and to see her true self worth and that she does not deserve to be treated like this. She does not deserve to fall second best. She will, until Pap is divorced, she will always be second best. Actually, I feel like even if he gets divorced from Remy, she's still going to play second best. You want to know why? They have a child they share together that they are raising. No, your opinion is valid and you're entitled to that. Look, we can respectfully agree to disagree over here. Right. You know why? I think she feeds off of and she takes joy in taking someone else's spouse from them, because in Clarissa's mind, she makes everything a competition. Right now, she is competing with Remy. And guess what? The love of your life, Pat, is assisting in that. And it's weird. It's strange. And I think if Remy said, Pap, come back home, let's work this out, he'll go running. I really do. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So, and for all of you are just joining, we went over the whole Valentine's Day um setup. Beautiful setup. But I just really felt like it was really staged. I didn't believe it. I don't know about y'all. Okay. And shout out to Charisma Speaks, because she discovered that Pap purchased the bracelets for
And he got
Clarissa.
me the white one last Christmas, and then got me this one, the black one. Valentine's like the yin to the yang.
How would y'all feel if your spouse, that's supposed to be your love of your life, came in here and gave you gifts that he gave his wife? Right, very much staged like a set on Love Is Blind or Love Island. Look, Naughty Crew. Do I take joy in waking another woman's mind up to the foolery and the trickery? And not only that, Pep is a New York dude, okay? Like, they be relocating down south so they could find them a fool. Let's just talk about it. He got mad game or whatever. And right now she is getting the Papoose representation. The mask will fall off. It's only gonna be so long he'll be able to keep up this persona. Remember, Remy said the wife. He cares about image more than anything. And Clarissa, you too will be in the same shoes as Remy Ma, and you'll start to see that he's benefiting more off of you and your clout than his own lane. Now I know he has signed with TuneCore. Whatever happened to that there? I mean, dude dropped a new freestyle what every month for a year. Like, also, Remy says he has a bad gambling problem. And Clarissa talked about his gambling. That's what I'm saying. You better pay attention to the wife because that's how you're gonna end up. Let me see if I can find it. So I'm starting to see some of the same things creeping up in your relationship that Remy Ma dealt with. And you think you're going to get it better? He didn't do his wife right. Why would he do you right? And I am a firm believer if you cheat with me, you'll cheat on me. Mark my words. I think it's on She Talks podcast. But right now, what Clarissa is getting is his representation, and she'll soon see the mask will fall off. I know Hip Hop and Chill said she gives it to what the end of the year, the relationship. I don't know. I can't put a time limit on it. I think as long as Papu sees that there is a benefit for him financially with her, he will keep things going. He will keep things going with her. And she's not, and I told y'all, I feel like she has a case of arrested development, and she is so enamored and in love with the possibility that she's missing all the red flags, and she's not even smart enough to question. I feel like behind the scenes, she probably, well, Pat, why you couldn't answer the phone? Y'all remember the text messages that Remy Ma revealed? She was begging for him to give her flowers and things like that. So I don't think it is all it's chopped up to be behind the scenes. She definitely have the wrong people around her because they not keeping it real with her. Like, yo, cause I know my girlfriends, they'll be like, "Yo, don't be messing with no married man." And on some real, like, I don't think Clarissa ugly or nothing like that, but I feel like she's weak sauce on some real. I feel like she not even as strong as she portray herself to be. I think she's a very sensitive person. That's why she feel like she have to come out here and constantly explain things to strangers she don't know on the internet or whatever. Um, And I think her self esteem is really, really low. And I just think she's still that sad little girl that was violated and not protected when she was younger, and she just wants to be loved. I also think that her trauma has made her a very mean person, and she is not a girl's girl. She's not. I think she's a very mean spirited person. That's why she threw them kids out during the toy drive, because she had a problem with the mama DMing an ex. Like, Pat, how you standing there as her new man and she putting the next woman out for DMing her ex? Make that make sense. Ego trip. Ego trip. But it's not as all is cracked up to be, Naughty Crew. It really isn't. It's not. And I believe behind the scenes, it's not a happy situation. I just think it's a stage relationship, and Papoose is going to participate at the bare minimum, like her catching on him carrying the flowers and stuff like that. Like, he doesn't look happy. Like, we seen him at his happiest when he was with his wife. He does not look happy. Y'all cannot tell me he look happy. Hey y'all. Ooh, I think she's smart, but she's blinded by her ego, which won't allow her to accept the truth. The fact that she with somebody else's man. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. So whether these two, Remy Ma and Papoose, will end up divorced, time will tell. Time will tell. But Clarissa, he will never be able to be yours. And even after, let's just say he gets the divorce finalized, you think he want to jump in another situation? Possibly, if you're taking care of him and being a sugar mama. Absolutely. Do you think he want to start all over having babies? Yeah, they said he riding around in the ex's truck or whatever. That's neither here or there. At the end of the day, how you get him is how you lose him. Okay, this is a broken situation, and I just think that a lot of people want more for Clarissa, and it's a turn off that she's willing to participate in this entanglement. It's a turn on. In love or not, take steps back. Like, yo, go get your shit together with your ex. You know, he got her out here calling Remy his ex wife, and that's not even the case. Right? See, there is no winners. It is no winners, and Clarissa needs to understand what she's inheriting. As you flaunt around Remy Ma's husband, you are getting a broken man that Remy Ma left, who did no work on himself. Now, Remy has alleged that he has knocked her between a washer and dryer, put hands on her, and things like that. Do you think, like, eventually he's going to treat you the same way when he feels his grip of control leaving you? And the only reason, like, I really, really feel like his love for Clarissa is conditional. As long as he can control her, it's all good. The moment he feels like he's losing that grip, he gonna go ham on her. It's gonna be ugly because she could fight, right? It's gonna be ugly. Ooh, CC. And I say this, he probably needs to get some professional help for his anger. I always question people who are real calm, the way he is, calm and controlled. I want to know what you're hiding. I want to know what you're hiding. What do you trying? You seen that interview with Claudia Jordan? How calm, cool, and collective he is. He's probably very explosive behind the scenes. At the end of the day, I'm gonna pray for these folks. So I leave my naughty crew with this. I think it's real foul what Pap did. Buying that girl the same gifts that he bought his wife. And is it him trying to recreate Remy Ma? We'll never know because he's not gonna come right out. He's gonna always have the same chat GPA answers. Oh, I got love for her. She's my best friend. And Claressa, it's just like if you really the GOAT the way you say you are, you would require that man to handle his business. But I still also say on the other hand, I put everything on Papoose, okay, because he's the one that is married. And I think it's just disrespectful that he would even start a new situation before ending his marriage. That's not fair to Claressa. And Claressa, you need to stand in your worth a lot more. You say you so tough and you don't want to play second best. As long as he's still attached to his wife, you will always be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And the fact that he will even put you in that type of situation speaks to his character. And more is coming true. What Remy Ma said about how he acted in the relationship within the marriage is coming out. So I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me. It's time for me to get to work, y'all. But I wanted to jump on here and share that with y'all. Shout out to Charisma Speaks for connecting the dots for us. Shout out to anybody like Hip Hop and Chill. Thank you. Thank you, CC. Thank you so much for being a member for 26 months. CC is so loyal and she's dope or whatever. As a moderator, she be right here every time I load up. So I love that about her. He definitely need a home, child. I think he's staying from home to home with all the side chicks. Okay, that's a story for another day. Love you all. Shout out to the replay game. Make sure y'all are liking the video. Share this live out. Until next time, Nighty Crew. I'm out. One.